you know that inside the Kitsune transformation, there's an Among Us character? So if we go ahead and transform into Kitsune and position the camera right under the seat, oh my god, it's actually true. That's insane. That right there was just one of the 50 secrets I have to show you today. Starting off with well-known secrets, but by the end of the video, I'm going to be exposing secrets that less than 10% of players know exist. Secret 2, and for this one, you need to be at the cafe. Now, once you're at the cafe, if you go over to this staircase down here, you will see there's an underground area. Go straight, and straight to the left, you will see there's a room that says classified on it. You can't reach this room normally. However, if you click shift lock, you can flash step in it and reach this secret room. Now, this room literally serves zero purpose. Like, you can't do anything with it except maybe hide fruits, but there is this sign right here where if you look at it, it says King Toad's house. And you're not going to want to forget this Toad guy because later on in the video, we have even more secrets about this guy. Now, obviously, everyone knows about the frog room, but maybe you didn't know this next one. Did you know that marine ships are actually cheaper than pirate ships? So if we go talk to the boat dealer right here and click next, we can see that brigade ships are 1,000 and grand brigade ships are 4,000. However, if you spawn in as marine, you can see the brigade is 600 and the grand brigade is 2,000. So it's almost half the price. Pretty cool, right? What if I told you it went even deeper? For secret number 4, a marine sloop is better than a pirate brigade. All right, we have our marine sloop right here, and this is a very inexpensive ship, being only at 150 berries. The HP this thing has 2,500. As we saw earlier, a pirate brigade is over 1,000 bellies and is much more expensive. However, it only has 2,000 HP. And to make matters worse, the sloop is also faster than the pirate brigade. Just to show you guys proof, we're gonna race in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're both going right now. You guys can see the sloop is ahead by quite a bit. Look at this, look at this. It's slowly just pulling ahead. Kind of sad for the pirates, man. Kind of sad for the pirates. Secret 5 is gonna be in the middle town. If you go over to the left side of the middle town, you will find there is a secret room. And if you go inside it, we'll find some interesting things. First, we have an aura editor. On the left, we have this robot mega NPC, which can help you upgrade your dark blade to V2. But most importantly, we have this poster here, Wenlock Toad. I told you guys to remember his name. And then there's also this random letter wishing Wenlock Toad a happy new year. And just like I said before, don't forget Wenlock Toad because we still have much more secrets to unfold about him later on in the video. Secret 6, if you go up to Skylands and go to this building with the little clock on it, go inside and look up, you will see there is a code that says FUD10. The kicker though is if you try to use this code, it literally gives you only 1 belly. So it's just a troll code. Secret 7, we have at the desert. Once you spawn at the desert, you will see this pyramid and there's going to be a chest conspicuously placed right here. Most players just ignore this, but if you go get it, you'll see there's a hole that leads to an NPC. Go down this little maze here and it will lead to this guy named Hassan. Now Hassan sells an accessory, which albeit is a terrible accessory, but it is pretty interesting nonetheless. Now you're probably thinking, I know all these secrets, but trust me, you're going to want to stick around because for the last secret, I guarantee you haven't seen. Next up though, did you know the character on the pirate menu in Blox Fruits used to be completely different? Instead, years ago, the character that used to be on that menu used to be Buggy the Clown, as you guys can see right here. Obviously, this had to be changed due to copyright reasons, but I will say Buggy the Clown looked way better in that spot. Secret 9, if you go over to Upper Skypea, go over to the pyramid here and go under, there will be a secret area you can go inside with a false wall, which you can destroy. And inside, you guys can see there will be chests, which you can farm to get money. Each of these chests give anywhere between I think 500 to over 1,000 belly each. So it's pretty good for farming if you're in first seed. I know for a fact all of y'all know that last secret, but maybe you didn't know this one. Did you know that there is a secret NPC behind the factory raid? If you go up to it, go up to the top in these little ridges right here, there will be a secret NPC right about here. Yup, it's Cyborg Frankie. And if you talk to him, this is actually how you obtain the sun ship, otherwise known as the Thousand Sunny, which is pretty interesting, but not as much as this next secret. For secret 10, if you go up top the mansion in Kingdom of Rose and go over to this side here, you guys will see 2 things. First, we have a ball which has the map of Thailand on it. And to the left of it, we have a cube which has the map of Brazil on it. Now, personally, I have no idea why the Thailand ball even exists or why it's here, but don't forget about the Brazilian cube because later on in the video, we're going to be revealing even more secrets about it. Secret number 13, did you know you could reach the raid room without even having to do a raid? All you have to do is go to cafe, go to the underground area here again, but instead of going left, this time we're going to go right. Have shift lock on, we're going to look inside the wall, and then you're going to try to flash that over here. There we go. We're now outside of the room and we're under the map in Second C. Now, all you have to do to reach the raid room is go to this building over here. And try not to drown if you're a devil fruit user because you will die. All right, we're over here. And now, as you guys can see, we have the Iglesia de Prophet, which is the raid room. Just to prove it, we can look inside. You guys can see it is indeed the raid room. That right there in the corner is the raid NPC. Now, once you flashed up inside the room, you actually can't do anything with it. If you try talking to the guide, you won't be able to awaken your fruit. But it's still cool. You can go in here. And next, we have the last of the most known secrets of the video. From here on, the secrets are going to get better and better. But for secret 14, if you go over to Great Tree, there's actually a secret area in Great Tree. Now, chances are you've discovered this by accident, but if you go over to this area here, you guys can see there's a crack in the floor. If you just walk in it, you will fall through, and now you are under the map in Blox Fruits. Pretty cool hiding spot, which you can hide fruits in or, you know, battle out, do whatever you want, really. And there's even a cool area where you can stand on thin air. You guys can see right here, I'm standing on nothing. Now we're gonna start getting to some of the decently known secrets where some players may know them, but also a lot of players won't. So you remember in Second C, we had the Brazilian Cube and the Thailand Bowl, right? Well, if you go to Floating Turtle Mansion and go behind it, straight by this windmill, you guys will see there is a Vietnamese cone. Now, I have no idea what this does. I'm pretty sure it serves no purpose, but the Blox Fruits devs have something weird going on with putting random countries' flags on objects. While we're at the Turtle Mansion, for secret number 16, we actually have some hidden messages on the chess tables. If you look really closely, you can see on the side of the chess table, it says Chad is the king of Blox Fruits. Now, I have absolutely no idea what this means, but interestingly enough, this is on every trade table in the game. You guys can see it's also on this one here, and if we go to Second C, you guys can see it's also on the trade tables here. While we're at the cafe, let's get into secret number 17. Now, obviously, cafe is one of the few places that has a safe zone in Second C. Well, you'd be wrong, because there's actually an area in cafe where there is no safe zone. In fact, it's right at the top of this pillar right here. If you go to the top of this pillar and stand right over here, you guys can see the safe zone text disappeared, meaning I could be attacked. But that's not it, boys. It goes even deeper, because for secret number 18, this is also true for the mansion. As you can see, all of this is supposed to be a safe zone. However, just like cafe, if you go into the upper corner, the safe zone text disappears. So you are now dangerous in this corner. And this applies to not only that corner, but this corner, as well as this corner. Do with that information what you will, boys, but I think that is an interesting secret. Now, we all know about the rocket fruit and how it replaced the kilo fruit, right? But I bet you didn't know that the kilo fruit is still in the game. Well, technically. Now, if you go outside of mansion and go straight left until you reach this broken building here, you guys will see there is an NPC named Wenlock. Sounds familiar, right? Well, if you talk to Wenlock, he will say you can buy a physical kilo fruit from him for 97 Robux. Now, of course, if you actually buy this, it just gives you a physical rocket fruit, but technically the kilo text is still in game. Now, okay, a lot of y'all probably knew that last one, but for secret 20, I doubt you do. If you go over to the Skull Island, head over to around the area where Tidekeeper spawns, go on top of this rock at specifically this angle, equip the light fruit, and start flying up, you will find a secret sky island. This is gonna take a while though. All right, boys, here we go. We're finally about to find it. That's the island right there. It took me like 5 to 8 minutes, but we found it. So yeah, in case y'all didn't know, this is the Pole V2 island. You come to this island after you complete a rumble raid. And once you talk to the thunder, ooh, I almost just fell back down, bro. Once you talk to this guy right here, he'll evolve your Pole V1, which is this weapon here, to Pole V2. Normally, you need to complete a rumble raid in order to get to this island, but as you guys can see, well, I guess you can't see, but the world is under there, and you can reach this island from the regular world. Also cool enough, if you step into this gate, you go into a raid room. Now, that was cool, but did you know that there is a Rip Idra NPC? So if you teleport over to the graveyard, go over to this little rock thingy, and next to the rock thingy, there will be this pillar. There is a Rip Idra NPC. Now, if you talk to him while holding a dark blade, he will say, what do you wish to do with your dark blade skin? Enable or disable. What that does is, as you guys can see right now, my dark blade skin is white, which is the Slayer skin. But if I disable it, you guys can see now it's just green. It's a normal dark blade. Now, chances are you probably knew that. But did you know that Chandler from Mr. Beast has his very own code in Blox Fruits? Yeah, he actually does. If you go over to the codes thing and type in all caps, Chandler, you guys will redeem it and you'll get 0 belly. This is another troll code that the devs thought would be funny, but nevertheless, it is still interesting that Chandler from Mr. Beast got his own cameo in Blox Fruits. And I think he's got his own title too, but don't quote me on that. Secret 23. Y'all remember the cursed ship, right? Well, what if I told you you can reach the cursed ship without actually going to the cursed ship? Let me explain. So if you go to dock 2, which is where you spawn in Second C, and go to this dock and look straight forward, you can almost see a island out over there. Now, if you go spawn a boat, which I'm gonna spawn the Sentinel and just sail straight ahead, you guys will see what we'll run into. Just to make this quicker, I'm gonna go equip light fruit. Let's fly over there. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the inside of the haunted ship. So whenever you get teleported to the haunted ship, it really just takes you here, which is kind of weird, but you know what I'm saying, they gotta put it somewhere. Another interesting fact though is if you touch it, you will start to die. As you guys can see right here, it's almost the same effect as if you were underwater. You guys can see I am now dying as I'm moving around. And while we're on the topic of cursed ship, for secret number 24, you can reach the area I was just at from the inside of cursed ship. So all you have to do is just go inside cursed ship, go in this room right here, which is the main room of cursed ship. Go on top of this chandelier here, look up and flash step, and now we're in the same area that we just spent 2 minutes sailing to in the matter of seconds. Secret 25, there is a hollow building outside a cafe. Now this one can be useful if you're ever getting chased in PvP. Now you guys can see this wall right here. It looks like it should be solid and you shouldn't be able to go through it, right? Well, that is true for this part right here. You can't go through it. However, if you go right here, you're able to go straight through the entire thing and get to the other side, which can be useful if you're getting chased down in PvP. You can get through this to throw your opponent off and confuse them. Now I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't the coolest or most insane secret, but trust me, the last secret of this video is gonna blow your mind. But this next secret, I bet you didn't know. So if you go to Haunted Castle and go all the way at the top of the mast, there will be a special treat waiting for you. And I bet many of y'all didn't know this. We're at the top of the mast. There will be 3 diamond chests up here every single time. Guaranteed to spawn 100%, and they give you like 10k each bellies. Pretty fire. But just in case you knew that one, I'm going to present you one that I guarantee you only 10% of players actually realize. Having Falcon equipped gives you higher jump length. And just to prove this to y'all, I'm going to do a double jump right now, and make sure to take note of the distance I jump. All right, let's do the double jump. There we go. So that was the maximum height I could jump without Falcon. Now let's go equip Falcon. Make sure to equip the plumage. Then let's do a double jump here. And you guys can see it's almost double the length of the other jump without Falcon. I highly doubt any of y'all knew that. For this next secret, we're gonna need to go to Hydra Town. So in Hydra Town, similar to Cafe, there is a hollow building here. Now normally with the buildings, you shouldn't be able to go through them, but this building here is completely hollow. You could just straight up walk through it. I have no idea why it's like this or if they're ever going to fix it, but you can definitely use this to hide, confuse players, or troll them. And while we're on the Hydra Island, for secret number 29, there is a special secret area at the waterfall. And no, I'm not talking about through that gate. Literally everybody knows this because you have to go through here to get Cursed Dual Katana. But instead of going over there, if you go over here to this part of the waterfall, jump up over here, there will be a little crack you can go through. And if you continue going through this, you are now under the map in 3rd sea. Like, this is actually sick, boys. Like, you can see how everything is. And where this area here, the bottom of the great tree, there's a special boss that you can fight. Beautiful pirate domain. Y'all boys see it here. And if you time it correctly, you can even teleport inside of it and fight the boss. Have you ever accidentally eaten a fruit, resetting your good fruit? Well, for secret 30, I bet you didn't know that you can actually avoid that fruit you accidentally ate being activated. So for example, let's say you have a kitsune that you don't want to get rid of, and for some odd reason you accidentally ate a rocket fruit. Well, if you leave the game before you actually finish the eating animation, the rocket fruit will never activate. So you guys can see we were eating it. Let's see if it reset my kitsune. All right, we're joining back now, and yep, we are still kitsune. So if y'all ever accidentally eat a fruit, make sure to leave as quickly as possible to avoid resetting the fruit you actually want to keep. And while we're on the top of kitsune, for secret number 31, kitsune actually has 2 M1 variations. So obviously we already know the regular kitsune M1. You got 5 M1s, which ends in a down slam. Pay attention to that. On the 5th M1, it slams them to the ground. However, did you know that if you're in the air, it gives a different variant? When you're in the air on the last M1, instead of doing a down slam, it does a kick. See the difference between the down slam versus the kick. Now, secret 32 is not as useful to know as that, but it's still pretty cool. So you remember the fight between King Redhead and Rip Idra that you had to watch in order to get to 3rd sea? Well, you can watch that cinematic scene again for some reason. All you've got to do is go to Sea Castle, talk to this person here, Aaron, say, let me see, and then you can watch the full cinematic again, which I don't know why you would want to. It was it was actually kind of boring. And speaking of Rip Idra, for secret number 33, did you know that you can actually reach the island to fight him on without having to be teleported to it? All right, now to find this island, first thing you got to do is teleport to lava. Then I'm going to equip the light fruit. We're going to go to the top of this factory raid, and we're going to look over about to the left of this area right about here. And what you're going to do once you get to the top of this is you're going to look straight ahead here, and then you just fly. I'm going to go a little bit more left right around here. That should be good. Here we go, boys. Here we go. It's right up to the right. I was a little bit off, but here we are. This is it. The Rip Indra Island in its entirety. And you can actually fight the boss himself, too. The only thing is, there's really no point because he's fully invincible. You can't kill him. Like, look, I'm about to fight him right now, and he just goes back to full every time. Secret number 34. Did you know that there is a way where pirates and marines can actually ally each other? So in order to do this, what you need to do is go to a raid together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy any chip. We're going to go with the flame raid because we're not actually about to finish it. Let's teleport in here. Now that we're in the raid together, we are actually allies. Let me tell my boy reset. And now, as you guys can see, we are fully allied despite the fact that he's a marine and I'm a pirate. I can't hit him. We are on the same team. The only issue that comes with this glitch is you cannot unally them, so you're just stuck being allied forever. Secret number 35. I bet you didn't know that the more mastery you have of control, the bigger your room gets. So this is my friend Rip Marais here. His control is only 1 mastery, and this is the max size of his room. My control has 364 mastery, and this is the max size of my room. So you guys can see, even though our room activated from the same distance, mine is quite a bit bigger. Now that was the last of the decently known secrets. Everyone from here to the end of the video are going to be secrets that very little players know exist. And trust me, the last one is gonna shock you. Secret 36. Did you know that there is a hidden message inside the cafe room? And by hidden, I mean really hidden. Now to find it, what you have to do is you have to go in the upper corner of this beam here. Jump up top of this, and it'll be appearing right here. You guys can barely make out what it says, but it says it exists. Now to see this text better, you can activate fast mode, and it'll appear a bit more clear. You guys can see there, it clearly says it exists. The question is, what exists? Well, we'll be explaining that a little bit later. But while we're in the cafe room, we have another secret here. So obviously we know about the frog room, right? This is how it looks now, and as you guys notice, it is kind of destroyed. I mean, there's like just stuff all over the place, nothing's organized. But did you know this isn't how the frog room used to always look? Here we have a 3-year-old video from Uncle Kizaru, which shows what the room used to look like. First of all, as you guys can notice right here, it's no longer says classified, and the door is very clearly open. And if you went inside, you guys can see it looks way more organized. I mean, like everything, like it looks like someone's living in this room. The suitcases are full, the couch is, you know, nice. Also, it says right there, King's Toad House, also known as Wenlock Toad. And even more interesting is you can see right here, the Awakening Expert used to be in this room. Now, I don't know why they decided to destroy Wenlock's room, but trust me, this isn't the last we're going to hear of him because we still have more secrets to unfold about Wenlock in this video. So you remember the Brazil cube we talked about earlier, right? Well, there's actually more to it than we talked about earlier. Now, what this cube actually is, it is an admin spec that, when an admin uses a certain command, teleports a player to a maze, and if the player completes that maze, they win a free Dark Blade. And we actually have some footage here, which is by official newbie. This you guys can see, Rip Indra is spawning the Brazil cube, and whoever touched it would get granted a free Dark Blade. You guys can see right there, official newbie just received the Dark Blade for free from Rip Indra, which is honestly really fire. I wish the admins did more events like that nowadays. Secret number 39. Did you know you cannot buy scrolls in second and first seed? So obviously every player knows about legendary and mythical scrolls. Obviously, if you go to the shop, you can buy 5 legendary scrolls and 3 mythical scrolls, which you can then use to get enchants on your weapons. But did you know that you cannot buy these in second and first seed? If I go talk to the experienced captain right now and open up the shop, you will see the 2 slots where the legendary and mythical scroll would have been are now grayed out and you cannot buy it. And the same is true for first seed. And while we're on the topic of first seed, for secret number 40, did you know that the amount of money you can buy from the shop scales with what seed you're in? So while we're in first seed, the max amount of money you can buy from the shop is 500k, which is going to run you 14.99 Robux, which is an absolute scam. But if you go to second seed, you guys can see now you can buy up to 1.5 million bellies for the same price. And in third seed, you can get up to 3 million, which is honestly kind of weird. I don't know why they did that, but now that you know, never buy cash from the shop in first seed. Now you remember that secret message in cafe that said it exists, right? Well, there's another secret message in the raid room. If you go over to the left of the mysterious entity, over to this wall, you will see there is some text that says something form. I believe it says life form. If we equip fast mode, we should be able to see it better. Yup, it says life form. And this isn't the only secret message. We actually have one more which will tie together the entire puzzle. But we'll get into that bit later. For the next secret, we actually have another one about Wenlock Toad. So while we're here in the raid room, you guys can see this mysterious entity, right? Well, this is the NPC you talk to awaken your fruits. But did you know that this NPC used to be Wenlock Toad? Or, my bad, Wenlock Toad over heaven. Yes, it is true. This NPC used to be Wenlock, but he was removed and replaced by this boring guy right here. Secret number 43. Did you know that you can reach the Awakening Temple of Time without even having to go to the Great Tree? So as you guys can see, I'm in a random area in Danger Zone 4, right in 3rd Sea. Now, if you guys look up, you guys can see that little island in the air right there is the Temple of Time. All you've got to do is just use light or whatever sort of mobility fruit you want and fly up to it. And voila, we are now in the Temple of Time and we can teleport into it as such. And while we're in the Temple of Time, I bet you didn't know that Blox Fruits may be insinuating there's a new race coming soon. So if you reach the top of the Temple of Time, you will run into this, an ancient clock. And as you can see, on both sides of the ancient clock, we have a ghoul flag, and on the right side, we have a shark flag. And inside the ancient clock room, there are 6 flags total, each of them having the icons of each race: human, ghoul, meek, shark, angel, and cyborg. But did you know that if you look directly behind the ancient clock, there will be another banner, but it has nothing on it? Now, this isn't fully confirming that there's going to be a new race coming, but it insinuates that because there's 7 banners that is empty, they're going to come up with a new one and it'll release eventually. Secret number 45, we have a hidden room in Tiki Outpost. So if you teleport to Tiki Outpost, come over to this side here, right where this little slope is, stand on this thing, equip shift lock, go to the side, and quickly just try to shimmy through. You will now be under the temple in Tiki Outpost. Honestly, a pretty cool little hiding spot. Don't really know what you could do here. Maybe troll, chill, store some fruits. Who knows? But for secret number 46, we have an even cooler hidden spot. And I bet you didn't know this one. So if you go to Turtle Mansion and go over by the God Human Trainer, this tree right here, go inside this little branch here. And once you're inside the tree, what you have to do is you have to jump up here and flash step at the same time. Now we are at the top of the tree and it is a pretty cool hiding spot because you can go down here, jump up, go down here, and it's just a cool little area. Like, look at this. This is fire. And to wrap up the hidden spots for the last one I have of the video, if you go to Port Town, all the way to the beach area, which is straight over here, there is one last hidden area. Once you're at the little beach area, if you go right here, you guys can see there's almost like a door right here. Like, it's like a false wall, and you can teleport inside this, and it is pretty much just a little room. I don't know if the devs are planning to do anything with this. It's almost like a perfect little box. It seems like they may use it someday, but as of right now, it serves no purpose other than just a cool little spot. Now, if you like those secrets, you're definitely gonna like this next one. Did you know that there is a secret title that you can get by winning a game of chess at Blox Fruits? Well, I didn't. I just found that out a few hours ago, but I'm about to prove it to you. I got my friend Ritmarize here. We're about to do a chess game, and I'm about to pack this man up. Let me just quickly pack this boy up real quick. Got this mana check right here. There we go. And you guys can see, new title unlock, the Mastermind. That's actually kind of interesting, and I would have never found that out if it wasn't for you guys, because there's no way I'm playing chess in Blox Fruits. Now, you remember the secret messages we had earlier? Well, there's one more left, and this is the final piece of the puzzle. If you teleport to the lab in 2nd Sea and go down to where you're supposed to get the cyborg, instead of getting it, go right. You guys can see just barely. In fact, I can't even see. There is text right here that says undead. Just for the sake of y'all seeing it clearer, let me activate fast mode. You guys can see I can still barely see it, but it says undead. And this is the final hidden text in all of 2nd Sea, otherwise known as the final piece of the puzzle. You're probably thinking, what does all these secret texts mean? It exists, life form, undead. Well, for secret 50, we have Dark Blade V3. And I know what y'all are thinking. Everyone knows about Dark Blade V3. What's special about this secret? Well, did you know that all 3 of these special texts actually ties into the lore and instructions of how to obtain Dark Blade V3? First hidden text, it exists, is proving the existence of the Slayer skin, otherwise known as Dark Blade V3, because a lot of players doubted it did. The second text, life form, is insinuating that players must evolve to a greater life form, otherwise known as getting all the races to V3. And last but not least, the final text, undead, is a direct hint of how to obtain Dark Blade V3. As you guys know, if you go to the graveyard and go to the side of it, there will be this wall with a button right here. And what is on the graveyard? Zombie NPCs, otherwise known as undead. Pretty dope lore, huh? Now for Secret 51, if you go over to the Kingdom of Rose and go in this area here, you guys can see we have the Arrow NPC, otherwise known as the V3 NPC. Now, did you know that there is a hidden room behind him? If you go over to this wall here, activate shift lock, and teleport in here, you guys will see we are now under the Kingdom of Rose tree, and it's a pretty cool hide spot. And while we're already at Arrow's place for secret number 52, did you know that Arrow didn't used to always be the V3 Awakening NPC? Can you guess who it used to be? Well, if you guessed Wenlock Toad, you'd be correct. A few years back, Wenlock Toad used to be the person you talked to awaken your race. And as you guys can see in the footage here, there he is. Right there, the man himself, Wenlock Toad. Unfortunately, though, he was later removed and obviously replaced by the Arrow NPC, similar to to the awakening one earlier that was replaced by the mysterious entity. But the question is, why was Wenlock Toad removed from the game? First, it was his room under Cafe that's completely destroyed now. Wenlock also used to be the awakening NPC, which also got removed. And as we just went over, he used to also be the V3 NPC, which obviously got removed. The answer to all these questions lies in secret number 53. If you teleport over to the graveyard, on one of the tombstones, there's a secret message. Wenlock, dead for disrespecting his master, we will always remember you. Now, Wenlock used to be a developer on the team of Blox Fruits, and while I can't say 100% if this is fact, the rumor has it he did something that he wasn't supposed to, and as such, he had to be removed from the team and removed from the game. Kind of sad considering how invested all of his lore was in the game, now that I'm digging deep into it, but still an interesting secret nonetheless. Secret number 54. Did you know that there is a hidden fruit inside Blox Fruits, but none of you will ever be able to obtain it? Of course, I'm talking about the meme fruit, which is a unobtainable admin fruit. Now, this fruit is not very good. I mean, as the name implies, it's a meme fruit. It literally only has one ability, and it's called Traffic Cone. And I have footage right here which showcase what it is. It has infinite range, but you just shoot out some traffic cones, as you guys can see right here. It looks like it has no cooldown. You can just keep spamming it infinitely times, has infinite range, and it only deals damage to allied players. So it is just truly a meme fruit. It doesn't help you at all. It's just there to troll. And now we have the final secret of the video, secret number 55. So we all know about the admin command OP Fun, right? This command allows admins to spam Blox Fruits abilities with 0 cooldown continuously, as you guys can see right here. But did you know you can actually use OP Fun yourself? Well, kind of. Now, I'm not going to show you guys how to do it. No. That would be too OP and I would have to deal with that daily. But I have a clip of a friend of mine who performed this glitch and I'm about to show y'all here. So here's the clip right here. You can only do this with certain weapons. It's not something you could do with every weapon, but as you guys can see here, he could just spam the GTA abilities over and over and over again, just like an admin would with OP Fun. It's honestly one of the most insane glitches I've ever seen. Like, if you use that in PvP, it's just not even fair. It's not fair. No one will be able to beat you. There you have it though, ladies and gentlemen. That is 55 secrets you guys probably didn't know. Hopefully I cooked. Let me know which one was your favorite and comment down if any of them genuinely surprised you. And lastly, if you were a fan of this video, make sure to click on this other one I did here.